And welcome back to Central Valley Talk, COVID edition. Are you locked in your house? Are you ready to burst out and go someplace different? Can you travel? Can you even go to another country or another place? I don't even know what the rules are. We've asked a special guest come in to tell us the rules. Camille Sanders from Chic Romance Travel. Emphasis on the romance. Can people travel? Has it all been shut down? Are planes flying?
Planes are currently flying, and actually planes have been flying the last 7 months, the whole time. It's just been limited, you know, and especially early part of COVID situation.
But I would imagine there's safe places to go and places that won't even let you go.
Correct.
So,
right.
But you can go places.
You still can go places. Like I took my family in July to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Wow.
It had just opened up a couple weeks prior. We went the first part of July, spent a whole week there. I really wanted to get out and see what it was like traveling in the midst of, and to kind of get an idea of what future travel, you know, at least for the rest of this year was going to look like. We had an incredible experience going.
Good experience. Safe? You felt safe?
Felt safe the whole time. Definitely masks being worn, you know, things being wiped down. We flew out of Fresno, went through Phoenix, had our layover in Phoenix, which I was quite surprised how busy Phoenix was.
You got off the plane in Phoenix?
Got off the plane, had a layover. Some of the places, restaurants were open still, people wearing masks, but in fact, the plane, Mike, was so full from Phoenix to Puerto Vallarta, they were asking people in July to get off the plane.
Wow.
And this, I mean, we flew American Airlines, which they weren't blocking out the middle seat like some airlines are doing right now. So, yeah, the plane was full going and plane full coming back. And once we got into Mexico, they did, we had to fill out a health form, and they would randomly do screening checks as you got off the plane. But as you went through customs there, they had a heat sink monitor type thing. So you were basically walking through it, and they were scanning everybody for temperature checks.
Now, you said also Hawaii might be a place to go.
Yes, Hawaii. Currently, right now, they have a 14-day quarantine, but they're expecting October 15th to be opening up Hawaii, and United Airlines is talking about doing like a breathalyzer for COVID, so you know immediately, and by doing that with a negative test results, you'll be able to not have to do the 14-day quarantine in Hawaii. So it'll really
start partying right away.
Kind of, but still having to wear a mask and everything.
Sure,
yeah.
But if they open those floodgates to Hawaii, people better start buying tickets now.
Yes, yes. In fact, I just did a honeymoon package for somebody doing Hawaii, going to Maui. Yeah. So.
Well, let me ask you this. Since you're called Chic Romance Travel, you deal in romance a lot, like booking weddings and honeymoons and stuff?
A lot of destination weddings. Hawaii and abroad is my focus, is international travel, along with honeymoons, vow renewals, anniversaries, couples trips. So
that's happening, and for a while people were canceling a little bit? Or?
Yes, especially the first 4 months, I had a lot of destination weddings abroad, groups, like large groups, that were moving into 2021. We were moving those wedding dates and things, along with honeymoon packages and just couples trips. Had a couple girls getaway trips to Europe and St. Lucia.
But for now, if somebody wants to do a destination wedding, honeymoon, girls trip, a getaway, they should call you, because you could say where it's safe to go, where they're letting people go.
Definitely.
Well, you don't want to get to someplace and have a 12-day quarantine. Then you have to come home the next day.
Exactly. And most people, you know, for the most part, people don't take a 2-week vacation, you know.
That's why it's important to call a professional, somebody professional in the industry.
And I've been in the industry over 30 years. So, you know, we just don't book you and then forget about you. We are with you every step of the way until you actually come home. So if you're in destination, you have an issue, or something arises, instead of you trying to, you know, you might be in a foreign destination trying to figure out who to call and what to do, you make a simple phone call to us and we can take care of the problem or whatever it is while you're still laying by the pool with a Mai Tai or whatever, you know, enjoying your vacation.
I bet there's been some nightmares you've been able to take care of from your desk where you got all the resources and phone numbers in front of you.
There has been quite a few crazy things. Last year I actually had the bride's father flew to Mexico for the destination wedding, was flying out the day before the wedding with his wife and the bride's younger brother. Anyways, flew out of Los Angeles, got all the way to Cancun, and realized all he had was he didn't have his immigration card.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't allow him to go to the hotel.
Oh, boy.
He had to spend the night at the airport, basically in custody, and then flown back to Los Angeles to go get the proper paperwork.
Yeah.
And then I booked him on a flight that afternoon. He flew back in the morning, got back to the airport, Los Angeles, that afternoon, and flew in time to make it for the wedding.
But he's able
Yeah.
to contact you. If he's
Yes.
just talking to a guy who only understood Spanish and they
Right.
don't know what to do or how to resolve it.
Exactly. So when he contacted us, we were able to work with the transfer company on the ground that we have a personal relationship relationship with, and then so they were able to help him while he was at the airport in Mexico. And then once he got back to the States, we had a new flight booked to get back, and then new transfers to get back. So it was pretty crazy, but he was so thankful. The bride was thankful that we were able to help out and get her dad there in time for the wedding to walk her down the aisle.
But the big issue right now is that people are cooped up. They're ready to
Yes.
blast out of this place, and we don't know, mere mortals, don't know where can you go, where's it safe to go. A lot of places say it's safe, but you know where the right places are to go.
Definitely,
So.
yep. We work with different hotels and destinations that have COVID requirements, protocols in
Yeah.
place, and third parties that aren't even involved. So
Yeah.
it's not somebody paying somebody off.
Right.
It's really a third party, and with that, they're able to. We know, like Mexico, for instance, right now, rooms are only being booked. When we traveled in July, rooms were only being booked at 30% occupancy level. So when somebody would check out of a room, they would go in and thoroughly clean it from top to bottom, and then they will actually put a sticker on the door, a seal on the door, and then it will stay completely unoccupied for 24 to 48 hours.
That lets any germs
Any
die
possible
out, yeah.
germs die out before they unseal it again.
Wow.
And when you walk to your room, there's an actual seal on there that hasn't been, broken. And so they have a high level of protocols. Jamaica's doing the same thing right now, where you can take a COVID test within 7 days to submit. Dominican Republic, like each one, and obviously they're sometimes changing day by day depending on what's going on, but there's quite a few destinations that allow travel right now.
I'm glad you're here because I thought there weren't any. I thought it was over.
Yep.
We just stay home. It's unsafe to travel, I think, in the United States. My kids are in New York, and they say don't even try.
Right.
But it's safe to go to some nice place where you're outdoors. You said
Right.
Puerto Vallarta or something like that?
Yeah, Puerto Vallarta, Cancun, Cabo. Cabo's another
Yeah.
great place. Just recently opened up too. Mexico has a lot of great places that you can just get away for the weekend. In fact, I'll be going to Cancun, Riviera Maya in 3 weeks. I'll be there for a week.
You've got a tough job. I
Traveling.
Tell you, boy, oh boy.
I stay busy checking out resorts, and I like going firsthand to be able to know.
So you can recommend
So I
people,
can
yeah.
recommend, because there have been places I've gone and I would not recommend
Don't
them.
recommend them, okay.
Yep, exactly.
So, and it's expensive for us to experiment, but you do the experiments, find out
Right.
what's the good and what's the bad.
Yeah, and know firsthand.
What are the costs like? Up, down?
A lot of the costs right now are down. So I'm booking things into 2021, or actually the end of this year, December already, into next year, 22. I have a destination wedding clear out for 2024 in September.
Well, there you go. If you have been trying to get married domestically here and everything's locked up and locked down, they open it up and
Right.
you plan your wedding, then they shut it down again.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to Camille and get a destination wedding. So.
Yeah, I have a couple couples that actually got married, during COVID, backyard, few friends, and then now they're planning an actual destination wedding. Abroad for next year in 2022, along with those that got married this year but still want to do a honeymoon because they haven't been able to do that. So I'm booking quite a few honeymoons for next year.
And we want to say this too: you're not really a domestic person. You booked this abroad, Hawaii, abroad.
Yes, I'll do Hawaii.
Romantic things.
Right, Hawaii, for honeymoons and destination weddings, and then the rest of it's abroad. So I'm doing Bali, Italy, all kinds.
She's an expert. She's an expert on the romantic travel abroad, where to go, where is safe. She goes and visits these places, so you'll know. And
right.
Don't always like these things pop up every day on my Facebook, and it looks so cheap. I think you're tempted to do it, but you say, nope, let's go to call Camille Sanders at Chic Romance and really find out.
Right. And I don't recommend booking off of some of those .coms, because when COVID hit, there was one in particular that literally shut the doors and was not answering phone calls, and employees weren't even allowed to go into the building, and people were calling, they're stranded. And unfortunately, we had a few phone calls and we couldn't help them because we had no, it wasn't booked with us. So highly recommend booking with a travel agency, whether it's, Chic Romance Travel or any travel agency, near you, just to have that extra safety net and peace of mind, that you have somebody advocating for you.
Well, we recommend Chic Romance Travel with Camille Sanders, and I'm just glad you're here to tell us, you can still travel. You're not stuck here in Fresno where they're still shutting us down, opening, close, open, close. Let's get out of town for a while. Maybe when we come back, it'll all be cleared up.
Exactly, yes.
Any last thoughts for our viewers?
I just encourage you to, get out there, start planning. If you, have an idea where you want to go and not sure, feel free. We'll have a free consulting where we can just chat with you over the phone, get some ideas, give you some suggestions and some advice.
By the way, where should they start? Do you have a website?
I do. It's Chic Romance Travel, so CHIC, and then romancetravel.com. Or they can visit us on Facebook, Instagram, under Chic Romance Travel, Pinterest even, or call us at 800-432-1752.
Yeah. ChicRomanceTravel.com. I have that memorized. That's all I'm going to remember. Just probably Google Chic Romance Travel. You'll find them, but ChicRomanceTravel.com. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.
Someone once said, life is what happens when you're busy making plans. But the truth is, in a life without plans, nothing really happens to its fullest. It's most joyful, most hopeful, most exciting. So let's go there. Let's make some plans. Let's feel that feeling once again. The rush of excitement as you search and imagine that perfect getaway. Excursion, trip, vacation. The one that says you can't get there fast enough. Let's go there. To the place. The wonder. Somewhere. Anywhere. Everywhere. Let's save a date. Throw a dart. Book a flight. And get to the destination that will feel like no other. Because when the time is right, when the moment arrives, when the heart says go, we'll be ready. So let's make a plan. Let's book a trip. Let's aim for the horizon and shoot for the moon. Let's go there.
You got my heart